DK always struggles to get back to center stage, but the minute that this man can get underneath the platform, he becomes a terror. ChunkyKong, one of those players that has the cargo throw percentages memorized on lock for every character. This man probably pulling out the flashcards in between matches just to make sure.
Yeah, and I like that. The headbutt onto the ledge is so good because it grabs it right afterwards, and it also has the chance to bury your opponent if they're caught too close, as well as shield pressure. So it's a good option by ChunkyKong as he's going to be trying to recover to that ledge safely. But recovering and getting back are two different, kind of different things. And now it's just the war of neutral.
And what we're going to see from ChunkyKong is exactly what we're getting right here. He basically does back air into fake out the back air and go into the slaps. Both those are low lag options that are relatively risk-free to toss out. And then every now and then you get a situation like this where you can toss somebody off stage, carry them off, and challenge their mash.
Yeah, it's a very contest of wills, so to speak. And Ravenking managing to win out, keep ChunkyKong in trouble for just now. Armor and dead.
That was baited. That was 100% baited by Ravenking. He knew that there was nothing that ChunkyKong could do if he whiffed a move in front of him at that distance. Then just go ahead and toss out the up B, baby. Dare Chunky to run forward.
You'd call it baited. I'd call it something else with the letter B, but that's besides the point because Ravenking keeps that lead.
Yo, clapping on it. I just love that one, DK, because it's so hard to punish that move unless you can jump over it if you have like a fast character or a projectile disjoint. But whenever DK just like keep going on the charge on it, it's like, yeah, I'm committing to this. I know what situation I'm in.
And he's under platform too, so again, even though if you can get above it, it's very hard to contest it, as you said. So it's just like, all right, run into it. Come on. And then you know you want to.
But I think he's fiending a little bit too much right now. Ravenking, he's going to take every inch you give him for as much as he can.
Yeah, so far so good for Ravenking. Game plan going sound. I like that conversion from ChunkyKong. Managing to convert the slaps into the headbutt, but still 2 stocks to go if you want to come out on top.
Double dash attack into back air. Are we going to get another one? No, good air dodge in by Ravenking. If he jumped in, he might have lost his stock right there.
Yeah, for sure. But staying alive bit by bit. Keeping ChunkyKong at ledge. I like the grab on that landing. 76% now, even though DK is pretty big, Ike hits hard, so every percentage added here is becoming worse and worse for ChunkyKong if he wants to make that comeback.
Great tech that time. Ravenking has missed that a couple times, but the full hop call out with punch, that was just so ballsy by ChunkyKong. He lost his punch, but it connected. Now he gets the double slaps conversion, and this might be an even game right now.
It's anyone's game for sure. If Ravenking can just get a few quick hits, it's game over, but the power of DK hits hard, and it can be very hard to contest. So we'll see.
I think if he gets like 2 more hits, I would not be surprised if we start seeing cargo throw threaten to kill at 60.
Yeah, maybe find a giant punch in there, but no, it's actually going to be sweeping it up with the up air for Ravenking to take it. A little bit shaky in that point once ChunkyKong found the footing, but just the solid powers of a big sword managed to do the trick.
Just the margin for error is so much higher for Ravenking than ChunkyKong. You can go ahead and toss out 3 or 4 nairs and neutrals. I can just be like, hey, if they didn't hit, doesn't matter. I'm just setting up for the next one. But for ChunkyKong, if you throw hitboxes around too much, you are liable to get swatted down by Ike's sword, and every hit costs you so much. Like, neutral air, up air typically isn't true on a lot of characters anymore. It's true on DK because he's big.
Yeah, big monkey. Big gorilla. So, I think this is just a quick run back. And the thing about PS2 is it's still like a DK stage. ChunkyKong was finding his footing for sure, and it's good for both characters here. So if ChunkyKong managed to get a little bit more sauce in his playstyle, turn it up a little bit, this could definitely be a win for him. It's just a matter of using those tools wisely.
Already this man has smelled blood in the water. Like, he's landing with so many aggressive options, Ravenking is, that like ChunkyKong has to scramble out of disadvantage every single time, lest he be forced to edge and potentially forced off stage.
Yeah, a lot of nairs coming out from Ravenking. He knows what works. He's not afraid to use it. ChunkyKong mixing in all sorts of options from the back airs to the hand slaps, and finding good percentage on it as well. So interested to see how it works. DK is super heavy though. He's definitely not dying anytime soon off stuff like that. And this is the grab.
ChunkyKong is doing his best to just shark underneath Ike. Ike doesn't have the best landing options, so this is a formidable opportunity for him, but the up B armoring.
Oh, and there's the parry, there's the up smash. Yep, that's a set done deal.
Yeah, I just had to stop what I was saying right there because, good God, that berry setup. Punishing DK when he gets up on edge can be so like difficult sometimes.
And DK actually living that. That is a heavy gorilla. Nice giant punch, but of course quick shield and the power of armor up B does the trick for Ravenking.
Yeah, DK just has so few tools to punish out of shield options, or excuse me, punish out of shield Ravenking's options when he spaces them appropriately.
Yeah, good ranged and knows how to space them, so it's incredibly difficult.
Okay, Ravenking, I see you.
Yeah, that was a nice gutsy move. Not quite finding it though. Nair up air not killing either because again, ChunkyKong kind of heavy, but still, just so many buttons being pressed on Ravenking's side, and just ChunkyKong can't do anything about it.
Up B again, still no response from Chunky. He hasn't been able to just like wait it out or armor it out on his own side with the side B. And this is when desperation might sink in. If you can play patient and get a grab underneath one of these platforms, ChunkyKong can certainly turn this around. But on the other side, he has one more neutral interaction to play with. The counter setting him deeper off stage. Is he going to be able to make it back? Just barely.
Oh jeez, down tilt and a grab. The pressure from Ravenking is immense right now, and ChunkyKong is just crumbling under the pressure.
The forward air covering all of the roll distance too.
Yeah, my goodness, nice parry there from ChunkyKong, but and it's good attempted forward smash, but at the end of the day, I think Ravenking kind of has this on lock, and now Ravenking's just trying to style and dies for it. He tried to get fancy with that eruption, but managed to erupt his second stock, and then just ends with the dash attack. Like, all right, couldn't get it fancy, have to do it the old-fashioned way. Quick dash attack seals the deal and seals Ravenking's spot in the winner's side.
And you talked about this earlier, Let It Rain, that Ike has a phenomenal edge trapping game against DK, and we saw it right there on stocks 2 and 3.